Welcome to the Eviva Experience, a podcast for women facing the emotional and psychological fuckery of midlife. Hi there, lady. My name is Sarah Tuckett, and I am a somatic psychotherapist and dance movement therapist based in Brisbane. Let's get on with the show. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how kindness kicked the ass of perfectionism and shame. Last Sunday, I was dancing with 3 amazing women in a flamenco show. And I fucked up royally in front of 150 people, and my fuck up caused this cascade of cock ups for all the other women that were involved. Now, I normally would have absolutely spiraled down into shame, but the kindness of my friends stopped that. So today I'm going to talk about perfectionism and why it exists and how it protects us. And then I'll tell you about my tale of woe. So perfectionism is a defense strategy, and it stops you from feeling judgment, criticism, blame, and shame. You might have needed to have used perfectionism as a defense strategy in your family when you were a kid. If I do something perfectly, I'll get attention, I'll get love. If I'm perfect, I'm lovable. But the trouble is, perfectionism has got many downsides. So the first one is that perfectionism creates distance in relationships. It keeps us separate from others. And you end up feeling lonely even when you're surrounded by others. So for a minute, just think, what cost does perfectionism have on the relationships that you are in? Friendships, with your significant other. Does it keep you distant? Do you feel like you have to project a certain image in order to be loved? Can they see the real you? Can they see underneath your makeup, underneath those clothes? Perfectionism also stops you from trying new things, because if you have to be perfect at something, there is no room at all for failure. So what would you do? What would you try if you didn't have to be perfect at it? What if there was a bit of wiggle room to be just a bit mediocre and a bit crap? What would you do? What would you try? Perfectionism is also an energy drain. I mean, it takes an inordinate amount of energy to be perfect. So for example, the week before my performance, I was practicing every single night after work. And that stopped me from going out and doing things with my boyfriend and just, relaxing with the cats. So what do you do that takes up all that energy? How does perfectionism drain your energy stores? So what happened to me on the weekend is that I was in this amateur flamenco show, the student flamenco show with my friends, and I was dancing on stage with 3 amazing women. And somewhere near the end of our song, I was like, yeah, we're nearly finished, we've got this, I can cruise now. And unfortunately, my brain just went and switched off. And instead of swapping with someone, I just walked backwards, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong place, and should I move? What's going on here? Oh my God, what's going on? And because of my cock up, it threw the other women, and we ended up finishing early, and then the one woman who was actually doing it right, she looked like she was doing it wrong. So my cock up caused this cascade of events. And as we walked off stage, I could feel my cheeks burning. I could feel the heat rising in my body. And even as we stepped into the wings, I was saying to them, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I fucked up. I caused all that mess. But instead of being angry with me, as I feared they might be, my friends laughed. And in fact, they were kind to me and they said, oh my God, don't worry about it. Oh my God, we're never going to forget that one. That one's going to go down in the history books. It was their kindness that stopped me from spiraling. So what if you could be kind to someone else when they are failing? What if you could be kind to yourself? Perhaps you too could kick the ass of perfectionism and show shame the door. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. I have a question for you. How do you want to feel today? Powerful, playful, or present? Download my free guide, Feel Your Va-Va-Voom in 60 seconds, and find out how.